those of you who have worn our uniform, those of you who continue to wear our uniform, you give us the opportunities to enjoy the rights and privileges that we have.
And each year, as you probably know, or if you've been coming, you realize that we try to have a theme. And this year's theme is honoring those who follow in us old veterans' footsteps. And as you see the young people assembled around you, you see what a great bunch of young people we have in this community.
My name is Gary Clark, and I chair the Polk County Veterans Council, and the Veterans Council is responsible for organizing today's event. And we've done this every year on the Saturday before Veterans Day to honor veterans and actually have an opportunity for the public to come out and express their appreciation.
All the World War II veterans that are here, would you stand or raise your hand if you're not able to stand? Let's hear it for them. We all realize this is a special group of veterans, and we have the honor on Tuesday of launching the first honor flight out of Lakeland Lindner Airport, carrying 80 World War II vets up to Washington to visit their memorial that was built for them for what they did in saving the world.
Each year we have, in addition to the normal groups, veterans groups that one would think of, is like the American Legion and AMVETS and the Military Order of the Purple Heart and the VFW and those sort of groups. We also have 8 JROTC units from across the county of Polk here, and in addition we have the National Guard. We'll be as part of the parade. We'll be focusing on those units as well as cadets from Florida Southern College. The whole theme of the event today is young saluting the old, following in their footsteps, and we're going to focus on the guest speaker is the professor of military science at Florida Southern, Lieutenant Colonel Scott LaRonde.
To the veterans of the Korean War, your sacrifices will always be remembered, regardless of what we call your war in some contexts. The people of South Korea remain our greatest allies in the Pacific as a result of your willingness to fight back communist expansion. To the veterans of the Vietnam War, I am always truly humbled as well as honored by your support and your sacrifice. Many of you volunteered to go to Vietnam and fight against communist expansion. More of you chose to honor your responsibilities as citizens and answered yes when your nation called. I have traveled back from combat deployments 10 times in my career. Upon every return, veterans, citizens, and family members receive us as we arrive in our airports with applause, handshakes, pats on the back, smiles, and the occasional kiss. Their political opinions about the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan are set aside to honor our sacrifices. Veterans of Vietnam and Korea did not always get that support. But I think that we as a society recognize that those who serve should never be punished for the decisions of our politicians.
Today's a monumental day for the more than 60,000 veterans of Polk County. This Veterans Day celebration introduces a partnership that's been forged by the people of Polk County, Polk Transit, to provide public transportation to all members of the military, past and present, at no cost to the veteran. This effort was a dream of Jim Erickson, a friend of mine. Some people ask who Jim was. Well, people in the veterans organizations know him. He was a member of all of them, American Legion, VFW, just to name a few. But who was he to the others? He was a lot of things to a lot of people: a father, a son, a brother, and a husband, and a friend to those that know him. He was always looking for ways to help veterans, especially those who were down and out. I've seen him take money out of his pocket when he didn't have a lot in there and give it to someone who claimed to be a down-and-out veteran. No questions asked, just give it to him, because he wanted to help fellow veterans. He was 21-year military, a true patriot, and he remembered all the significant days that our country celebrated. Our national holidays, our Army birthday for all you soldiers out there. Hoo-ah. And he was a friend to all. He was co-founder of the most active honor guard in Polk County and probably most of the counties around it. And it was probably also the most requested. And the honor guard he formed was one that provided military honors at the funerals of any honorably discharged veteran, regardless of what branch, and several homeless ones. In summary, I'd have to say that Jim was a veteran's veteran. He was a true American, and I'm proud to say, my friend.
When you realize that in World War II, over 11% of the population served in uniform. Others served in various other ways, but 11% of the population served in uniform. And those folks are leaving us much too fast, much too fast. In Vietnam, it was about a little over 4% of the population served. Today, less than 1/2% serve in uniform. And so what that tells you is that there's fewer and fewer out there in the public that have an understanding or appreciation of military service. And so it's important that we keep reminding folks of the role that veterans and our military play in underscoring and securing our basic freedoms each and every day.
As the son of a World War II veteran, a brother of 3 Vietnam veterans, it's a distinct honor to be here. While I don't claim to be worthy to stand amongst the ranks of those that have served and continue to serve, I can tell you, as a citizen of this great country, I stand here in full appreciation for what you have done for our country. I look at our junior ROTC programs out there, and I think back when I was in high school at Lakeland High School some 30 some odd years ago, and the programs there were just good but small. And today, thanks to our teachers, thanks to the family who support them, and thanks to our veterans for teaching them the meaning of duty, honor, and country, we have one of the most exemplary junior ROTC programs in this country. I laud these students that are in this program. I thank those leaders who have helped them. And from my perspective, the future of this country and the security of this nation looks pretty good. But if we're going to go on and continue to be the beacon of freedom, the economic world power, and the defender of democracy and humanity in this world, we must not only be the land of the free, but we must make sure that we take care of those that are brave. Those of you who have worn our uniform, those of you who continue to wear our uniform, you give us the opportunities to enjoy the rights and privileges that we have. And today we have an opportunity to honor you with the Jim Erickson Universal Access Program, the only one of its kind in these United States, a program that will allow over 60,000 veterans in this county to have access through the transportation system in this county. This is a pilot program that was a passion of Jim Erickson's that allowed for a public-private partnership to come together, because transportation at so many levels breeds so much opportunity.
All right. Ready? All right, look this way. Look this way.
And open.
The parade is always fun. It's always fun because we never know who all might show up and want to participate in the parade, and that's the fun part. I mean, there are some that we do know. We do know which ROTC units are coming from across the county to participate. But as far as other entries, we may have somebody who brings out their World War II era Jeep or whatever, and we just never know. It's just and that way we are always surprised, but never amazed, because we love it. It's a way of just having fun, and this is a fun event. We also have the kids, the young kids, the Sea Cadets, the young Marines, the CAP, the Civil Air Patrol youngsters who are doing community service. We're able to feature them. Boy Scouts will be here as well, and so it's just a time to celebrate veterans and have a good time.